It's just another expiration Friday. Whoa, whoa. Checking on my trade, yeah, yeah. Hoping to find a what? A pile of money. Okay, checking in here on Black Friday. Do 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 do. 11:36 a.m. Friday, November 24 and the 2023. And we have what going on? We're up a little bit today. I think that's another all-time high, 1.784. Whoa, hey, get back up there. We have some moves to make live. Let's do it live. First one is AbbVie, 141 calls expiring today. Currently at 91.67% profit. Not sure why that percentage isn't higher, considering that AbbVie is currently trading at 138.62. So can we get another dollar on a roll and still make a couple dollar bills? Let's see. That's not. It's not horrible. It's just a couple extra bucks and adding a dollar to the appreciation there, which would be $700 paper money. So let's see if we can't see. Let's see if we can't see. Let's see if we can fill this right here and right now, because the market does close early today. In fact, just 23 minutes away. So if we can capture $118.50, then we're going to. So that did fill, but it happened so fast that I don't even know what it filled for. So let's go to the AbbVie, and you'll see what we're dealing with. One, we've got a lot of protection to put in play here because we have an average cost of $157.62, currently down $13,224 in the AB and the V. And there is our 142s that we put on the board for next Friday. And we collected how much? We collected $119. So a little bit of walking around money, hopefully adding another $700 in share appreciation towards our cost basis that we're trying to get back to the green. So it could take us a little while. We may put AbbVie on the chopping block before the end of the year for tax loss harvesting, but I don't know. I think I like AbbVie and the prospects overall. So we will keep us posted. We'll keep us posted on that, won't we? Yes, CVX. Okay, so oil. Let's take a look at the USO on the oil, just to go through what we've talked about over the last probably week or so. So last week, I believe it was on Thursday, the 16th, November 16th, we are looking at around $67 on the USO in general, and we started to make some investments or adding to investments. I did trade some puts on USO. I did the 2 times leveraged UCO, and I also put some, or was that, no, I think I just did the Devon the other day, a couple days ago. But since that time, we thought, I think the next move will be up, according to Elliott wave theory, and it should go up to around 72.50. Well, it did go up, and it did breach 72.50, went all the way up to $73, which was looking very nice. And then we thought, well, it could go back down to 70, and it did. It went down, and I thought, hey, this thing's going lower than 70, but I don't really want to see it breach 69. And it did get right down to 69 before bouncing back up, and now it's been going a little up and down, wavering back and forth on a diagonal. So what we're looking for next is this. One, we can't see USO go back down to 67. Otherwise, this invalidates the idea that we are on an impulsive 5-wave up in the USO. Now, what we need to see next, though, and it could go on diagonal for another week or so. I doubt it. Should be sooner. We should see that $73 taken out. So once that $73 is taken out, which hopefully will be by mid-week next week, then we should be pretty sure that we have this local bottom of $67 locked in, and we will be experiencing a 5-wave up. So we will keep ourselves posted on that. Do you have a mouse in your pocket? I'll keep talking about it. How's that sound? I don't want to say anything like I was right, because this isn't me. This is based on biology, emotions, and market sentiment, according to Elliott wave theory and the, I was going to call it Liberace. Calling the should we name it? Should we name Fibonacci, Liberace, and the Liberace retracements that we see? So that's our look at USO, which means what? Well, we've got CVX calls at 146 that are just at about 100% profit because CVX, which is Chevron, got up over 145, like 145.60, 165 today, but now it has dropped down a bit. It's at 144.96. So we can still roll those though, keep the action on the board because it's still in the green. This is still a $2 lock of appreciation. We don't know how long oil is going to go sideways before it begins to go up again. I probably should play it, should be patient and let this ride into the sunset before rolling this 146. Yeah, sometimes you got to roll the dice, take your chances. Let's go ahead and roll it before we close. Man, I don't know. If we rolled it 1 week at the 146, yeah, I like to put money in my pocket, right into the pocket, and then lock it. So let's see what we can fill the Chevron at. It's a 146 to 146 roll. Can we get 121? Should be able to do that right here and right now and lock in $604.70. Come on, wheeler dealer. Looks like it was 604.75, but I'll go back to that and confirm it. But I got to keep the pace up if we're going to get through our trade adjustments that we need to go on. Should watch this go up just a bit. There it is. A little bit action there. Deere, we are going to let that run out into the sunset because Deere took it on the chinny chin chin after earnings. They did great top line, bottom line, but their guidance for 24 was no good. So we're going to let that ride into the sunset and then wait for Deere to make a little green action before we sell calls on it again. Keeping an eye on all my oil over there on the big board. Same with On Semiconductor. We're going to let that ride out into the sunset. It's currently trading at 69 and change, 69.31. I'd like to see that get up over 70, 71 before returning to selling calls. So we'll let that go into the weekend peacefully. Pepsi is currently at 169.07. I'm going to do the same on Pepsi. The 170 calls were under a little bit of pressure earlier today, but right now they're at 169.08. I'd like to see them breach the 170 early next week, and then I'll sell a round of 172.50 calls against our Pepsi position. And I'm doing the same thing on Coke. I'm still waiting patiently on Coke, currently trading at 58.37. Both of those reasons are to also protect my dividend because Coke has the next dividend date of November 30th and Pepsi has December 1st. So we want to protect those positions. Tezzy, what's Tezzy doing? A 230 calls and Tesla currently trading at 235.99. So we're going to let those ride out into the sunset. And then I'll complete my spreadsheet on Tesla on the last two rounds of Tesla wheels because right now the chart is setting up for an impulse 5 down on Tesla. So we'll talk more about that next week. Should get down into probably the 180s after it takes the 5 legs down. But that's just what the chart's showing. Doesn't mean it's true because, again, it's just probabilities we're trying to work with on the Elliott wave theory. Win, what are they doing today? Hey, they're up a little bit. Win, let's see what kind of action we could get if we roll them to, let's go like 92. We can even be a little bit more aggressive. If we went to 92 on win, we'd still collect some dollar bills. So let's see about that. Maybe not as much as we thought, but I could still, I could deal with 66 additional dollars into my pocket on win. What do you say? And got those filled there. Couple more bucks for tomorrow night. We've got the Kiss concert, front row, not like front row like you're picturing. We're all vertically challenged. Kid 1's 5 foot tall, kid 2, 5'3", I'm 5'8", and kid 3 is 5'8.5". So we don't want any giants in front of us. So we're not on the main floor, because as a vertically challenged person, you don't want to be there. We are on the first level up, but the first row of that level. So very nice. Got that going for us. Exxon Mobil, let's take a look at Exxon. What is it at right now? 104.72, and it did get up over 105 today. Let's see what our 106s would do if we rolled to the 106 for next Friday. Should be able to put some bucks in our pocket. How much of that is true? We could just go with the 83 right now to get it done and be around the 580 mark, rolling those 7 contracts. I still have 300 more shares in the bag. Where are you at there, Exxon? Keep an eye on that for one moment, because we only have 12 minutes to go, and I would like to get that one on the board. I do have 300 shares of both Chevron and ExxonMobil still in the bag that I haven't traded any calls on. I'm just going to continue to be patient with those as they're both doing well at this moment. So that would be that for today. We got to keep an eye on this because we'd like to get it closed or filled prior to the market closing. And it's not working out well for us right now because oil is on a downtrend to finish the day. On a little bit of a downtrend. Hopefully you're not hearing my stomach growl. Thanksgiving went great last night. A wonderful time. Probably 30-ish people. The food, of course, was fabulous because Lady Cooks-A-Lot was cooking it up. Ham, turkey, corn casserole, like a mashed potato casserole. Unbelievable. Veggies and dip. We had some ice cream cake and some pumpkin/pecan pie. It had like a cool pecan sort of topping created and baked into it. How we doing, Exxon? Let's go to this. I wanted to show you over. Is it in the individual? Yeah. Okay. So Stacy's got some money tree trades that are actually going to activate. Money tree trade activate in the shape of cash flow. So this was Chevron and ExxonMobil for Stacy. She entered both of these at better numbers than I did. So on 10/27, October 27th, she sold 141 puts on Chevron for $108. And then on 11/7, she sold 4 contracts of 143s at $404 in premium. On 11/10, 3 out of those 4 contracts assigned. Somebody just held on to their 100 shares. So she did buy 300 shares at $143 for a total of $42,900. On November 13th, which would have been that the following Monday, sold 145 calls for $258. On the 16th was ex-dividend date, which locked in a future dividend of $453, all right, which is arriving on December 11th. But we've already locked that in. So these shares are going to be called away today. Going back to the board. Maybe not. Maybe not. Chevron currently trading at 144.97, so they may not. But if they do, if they so do, which is what I was anticipating about an hour ago, then they will be assigned at 145. So she'll sell 300 shares at 145 for $43,500, which would be a $600 profit from where she paid the $42,900. Hopefully that all makes sense. 1823 in net cash flow profit. So 1823 divided by the invested number of 42,900 divided by the number of days in the trade, 28, multiplied by 365. And what does the abacus tell us? Let's bring it up. Drum roll, please. 1823 divided by 42,900 divided by 28 days in the trade. Annualized 365. That's 55.3%. Put it up here. 55.3% return if indeed those shares are called away. And right now it's going to go down to the wire, it appears. It appears so. We'll see. It's at 144.94, so it's heading in the wrong direction for that to happen. Now, her ExxonMobil shares started out, it's not a complete money tree trade because She bought 500 shares on November 10th for 103.66 per, for a total of $51,829. And then on the same day, sold 5 call contracts for 215. Thought, hey, let's get a little extra dollar bills. So on that Monday, rolled those calls to 106, adding another dollar times 5, so $500 in share appreciation. Collected $70 for doing so. On November 14th, ex-dividend day, locked in that $475 dividend, which will be arriving on the same day as the Chevron, December 11th. And then on earlier today, about 30 minutes ago, she rolled those 106s for another $465 in a dollar bill. So that's $12.25. Now, this isn't complete yet, so we won't bold anything, but let's go to the calculator. $12.25, right? Divided by what she paid, $51,829. We're currently 14 days into the trade, and we're at 61.6% annualized return. So this will either keep being rolled, or they'll be called away the coming Friday, and she'll lock in the $2.44 per share of appreciation, which will be what? That'll be very nice. So oil keeps heading in the wrong direction. I don't think Chevron is going to fill now. It's currently down to 144.86. If I would have known that, I would have rolled it earlier. Right now, I'll just remain patient and let those ride out into the sunset, and then hope that our thesis on oil continues, which would be by midweek, we're going to take out the $73 high, recent high on USO, which would then drag all of our oil positions higher and higher. Let's go back to the board and see what's up. Hey, did Chevron fill? Did ExxonMobil fill? Or what? It must have. Where'd you go? Where did we go now? Okay, so we still cool? No. What's that? What? I'm getting myself confused. Let me go to ExxonMobil. Here, we've got average position of 103.99, 1,000 shares. We were working with 700. We were looking to roll that, right? You're probably laughing because you're like, no, that was the Chevron. That was Chevy. Why was this canceled? Oh, you know who canceled it? Robinhood. Robinhood canceled it because it's right at the wire. Let's go to it again and see if we can't put it on the board. Yes. ExxonMobil. Come on, Robinhood, stay out of the way. Roll this position, the 106, right? If we rolled it out a week, the 106, and look, you don't have any available positions to roll because pending orders or exercised. Trade on mobile options. What are you doing here? Why would you shut me down with 5 minutes to go? 5 minutes to go here. It's probably working out like the universe is like, just be patient. Hold your shares because you're about to make some dollar bills. Y'all, try it again. Roll it. Yeah, nothing. It's not letting me trade my own options. That's fine. That's going to be on you, Robinhood, because I'm going to make more money on that because ExxonMobil is going to be like 110 by the end of next week. Don't you wish? I do. So that looks like it's going to be a wrap on that. ExxonMobil will ride out into the sunset. I'll have then all 1,000 shares lined up and ready to go for calls. I'm projecting to be as early as Monday, but it could be middle of the week next week, or till late next week, because again, this can go diagonal. It could go diagonal for whatever amount of time, a week or two. I don't see that happening. We just got to keep an eye on to make sure we don't get back under the 69. And then from there, it would invalidate under 67, according to my honest and accurate opinion. The other thing I wanted to show you that we were right on was silver. Just on Wednesday, we said silver's setting up for a little bump. I put a trade on the board for silver and then didn't pay attention to it, and it didn't fill, and I didn't realize it didn't fill. But you can see the little bump up on silver, up almost 3% today. That's a big move in silver because silver's pretty conservative. So I at least missed the beginning of that trade. It doesn't mean things are over because silver, and this is the Silver Trust iShares, and you can trade silver in a number of ways. Another one that I was looking at was PSLV, right? PSL to the V. And I was looking to enter that at like $8.06 just on Wednesday. On Wednesday. Do I have the wrong ticker? Probably. It's PSLV. PSLV, Sprott Physical Silver. And let's go to the full chart. Yeah, 5 days is fine. Full chart. Yeah, I was looking at like $8.06, and today it's at $8.24, up 2.74%. So we got that going for us. Market about to close. Oil still got a little pressure on the downside. Robinhood not allowing me to trade, to roll my calls. What's the deal? What is the deal over there? So we're going to let the Teslas go. Is that still true? Yeah. So we're going to let it go at over $5 less than what it's currently trading at, but nicely above what we paid. Not a huge number, but above. So we're going to be nicely in the green on both of our different positions on Tesla, because the last time it went down, we bought 100 shares for like 206, and then I think we traded them out at like 210. So we took a little bit of a scalp there. Should have held on and was patient, but we weren't. But right now it's setting up for a 5 down. If so, we could be entering on its way down. On the 5 waves, as you know, it's an impulse in the direction of the trend, which would be 1 down, and then when it starts to show, maybe the MACD starts to curl up, we could enter and then ride it up on wave 2, try to sell it at the top of wave 2 when it begins to curl down on the MACD, let that ride down, because that third wave down is going to be the longest, typically the biggest move in an impulsive wave. And I'll try to put that together on a chart to discuss, to begin to see when does that look like it's going to make its move. Because again, Tesla could go to 240, 245 before it begins to move down. But that's our thesis at the moment. Thanks for tuning in on this Black Friday. I hope, if you are indeed an American, you had a happy Thanksgiving. And for all those around the rest of the world, I am certainly thankful for you tuning in. Make sure you do subscribe, like, comment, share with a lovable friend. Have an amazing weekend, and I'll let you know how that Kiss concert is. You wanted the best. Well, you got the best. The hottest band in the world, Kiss. They will likely open with Detroit Rock City, but I will keep you posted on that. So until next time, and until the next video, have a wonderful weekend, my friend.